Michael Jordan locked eyes with Caitlin Clark, stood from his front row seat, and delivered a sentence that silenced the entire arena. She's better than the entire 2025 Olympic roster. The crowd gasped. Clark blinked back emotion. It wasn't praise, it was prophecy. Jordan, the most iconic figure in basketball history, doesn't hand out compliments. He protects his legacy like it's gold. For years, he's endorsed race teams, tequila brands, and golf tournaments, but rarely does he speak on current players, and almost never outside the NBA. That's what made this moment feel so different, so heavy, so final. Because when Michael Jordan publicly crowns someone, it doesn't just elevate them, it rewrites the entire landscape. This is like its interest in just a true screaming, and he had the receipts to back it up. Since Clark entered the league, WNBA road attendance is up 74%. Primetime broadcasts are breaking viewership records. Youth camps in Indiana are selling out in minutes. Merch is flying. Jordan said it plainly, what he did for the NBA in the 90s, Clark is doing now for the women's game. Turning arenas into cultural events, turning her name into a global brand. When MJ draws that parallel, it's not speculation, it's precedent. And the message is crystal clear. Caitlin Clark isn't trending, she's transforming. Behind closed doors, the business world is already reacting. Sources say Jordan Brand is rushing a full-scale signature line built entirely around Clark, set to launch with the men's holiday drop. An honor no female athlete has ever received at this scale. That pivot from featured athlete to franchise centerpiece happened the moment Jordan spoke. Because when the GOAT says your ceiling is uncapped, the sneaker world, the media, and the money follow. This isn't a passing torch, it's a firestorm. Caitlin Clark didn't just earn Jordan's respect, she became the new face of basketball's future. And now the game, the business, and the culture are revolving around her.
Larry Bird is allergic to hyperbole. He once dismissed a 50-point explosion by saying the rim felt kind of big. So his comment about Clark landed like a thunderclap among the old guard. He admitted he watched Iowa games last winter with the same dedication he reserves for his beloved Indiana State. Bird's basketball taste runs on economy. See the floor, make the right read, punish mistakes. Clark embodies that creed. She threads a 90-foot outlet on a dead run, then slips into a half-court set and snipes a logo three before defenders finish blinking. Bird recognized the rare overlap between flash and fundamentals. For him to place a rookie WNBA guard beside the memories that forged his own myth signals a level of respect few modern players earn. Shaquille O'Neal began the season trumpeting Angel Reese as the next marketing giant. Then he attended Clark's first professional stop in Los Angeles. On his podcast the next morning, he confessed the television feed undersold her. In person, her decisions arrived before defenders processed the last one. I am not Shaq today, I am a fan, he said, stripping away the persona that fills arenas just by laughing. Shaq knows star power. He also knows empty flash when he sees it. His pivot from hype to analysis centered on two words: floor game. Anyone can hit deep threes and highlight clips. Only a generational talent can bend spacing, boost every teammate's efficiency, and control tempo like a remote control. That is what swayed him, and Shaq's endorsements tend to drag millions of casual viewers wherever he points.
For all the legend praise Clark collects, one committee slammed the door. USA Basketball left her off the Paris roster. The decision stunned fans who watched her shatter rookie assist records and pull primetime numbers equal to NBA playoff slots. Dwight Howard framed the omission as furnace fuel. He missed all NBA teams early in his career and used each snub to re-engineer his body. He expects Clark to react the same way. Insiders confirm she spent off days laser mapping defensive rotations with the Fever staff rather than chasing commercials. The Paris pause gave her uninterrupted lab time. Jeff Teague torched league leadership for squandering the rookie's momentum. He claimed the absence cooled casual interest during the Olympics cycle. Hall of Famer Rick Barry went further, calling the season's no-whistle body checks reprehensible and warning that failing to protect marquee talent is brand suicide. Clark's response? Additional gym sessions and zero tweets. Steph Curry broke down Clark's release on TNT Slow-Mo. He emphasized her footwork under pressure, the identical follow-through from 35 feet and from 12. He predicted her range would stretch WNBA defenses the way his own warped the NBA a decade earlier. Wayne Gretzky, the Great One, rarely comments outside hockey. Yet he praised Clark's leadership, drawing parallels to how he elevated the Edmonton Oilers locker room before the first cup run. That cross-sport accolade signaled mainstream crossover few athletes reach this early. Magic Johnson provided historical context. He reminded viewers that the NBA was on tape delay before Bird and Magic dragged it into primetime. Caitlin is doing for women's hoops what Larry and I did for the men, he said on a late-night panel. That statement is less about style and more about economic renaissance. Not every veteran embraces the new order. Micro-expressions during walkthrough interviews, curt answers about media frenzy, stray elbows that exceed basketball common law, those moments reveal tension. Megan Rapinoe, champion of pressurized stages, noted without naming Clark that young stars must wear scrutiny as armor. No excuses. Clark never replies publicly. She absorbs hits, nails free throws, answers questions with textbook humility, and returns to film study. That lack of drama frustrates critics who want her flustered. Instead, she keeps racking milestones. Fastest rookie to 600 points and 200 assists, first Fever player to triple-double, first WNBA athlete to sell out 10 straight road games. Before Clark, Indiana's average gate was 5,000. This season, it cracked 15,000 home and away. ESPN and CBS added flex slots to fit Fever games after realizing ratings jumped 180%. Nike bumped the women's basketball budget $60 million for fiscal 26. Streaming services race to secure docuseries rights. Corporate math does not care about tradition. It cares about ROI. Clark delivers it on autopilot. Youth registrations in Indiana girls' leagues spiked 43%. Sporting goods stores cannot keep size 6 Wilson replicas in stock. That is legacy in real time.
Looking ahead, Caitlin Clark faces 3 hurdles that will decide how high her ceiling really is. The first is protection. The WNBA has to start calling hard fouls the moment they happen because fans tune in for skill and drama, not to watch their favorite player get tackled. The second is support. Clark's assist numbers stay elite only when teammates catch and shoot without hesitation, so Indiana's front office must surround her with quick trigger shooters who stretch the floor instead of dribbling the air out of the ball and handing defenders extra time. The third hurdle is balance. Every generational star flirts with burnout. Jordan escaped to golf, Serena designed fashion lines, Steph dove into tech, and Clark will need her own off-court passion to recharge her competitive edge. If the league keeps her safe, the roster gives her space, and she finds that personal outlet, the sky's the limit. Michael Jordan spoke and the planet rotated an inch. Larry Bird watched Iowa tape like fond nostalgia. Shaq surrendered his Superman cape to applaud. Gretzky saluted across sports lines. Curry dissected mechanics like a proud sibling. Magic stamped her economic revolution. The Olympic Committee thought silence would dim the flame. Instead, they handed her oxygen. Now every sold-out arena, every primetime slot, every young hooper scribbling number 22 on a driveway backboard is proof. Caitlin Clark is not the future of women's basketball. She is its present tense, sprinting ahead while the rest of the sport chases breath. Will the league rise to meet her or keep dragging its feet while legends do the lifting? Type torch in the comments if you see the crown firmly on her head. Type Clark if you believe the story still needs more chapters. Either way, hit like, smash subscribe, and ring the alert. The next seismic moment could come in the very next game, and you will want front row sound when the legends bow once again.